Good morning, everybody. This is Charles. Welcome to Paladin's webinar, Free Advanced Training. Today's topic is Manage Your Most Important Resource, which are your people. I appreciate you attending today. Just to make sure that you can hear me, see my presentation, and all that good stuff, if you just raise your hand and then you can take it down, I'll just look for the flash. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. That's all I need. That's great to know. Well, welcome. It's a beautiful day here in Bend, Oregon. It's one of our first real summer days. It's warm, sunny, and clear. We just love it. I hope it's nice where you're at, and I hope all the craziness of the pandemic has calmed down in your area, and you're back to life as semi-normal. So what are we talking about today? So I'm going to read to you what it says in the write-up. It says, time management technology saves you money and streamlines your operations. Managing people isn't easy. Simplify the complicated process with Paladin's new integration with Deputy. This complete staff management solution not only streamlines employee time and attendance collection and payroll, but it leverages your data to graph forecasted sales and builds optimized work schedules as well. It's a pretty cool product. So a quick introduction again. My name is Charles Owen, and I've been with Paladin going on 11 plus years now. And I am going to be talking about, sorry, I got a little distracted here. We'll be going through the presentation. If you get interrupted during the presentation, let's say, customers come first and you need to step away, you can always come back, and as of probably tomorrow, within 24 hours typically, this webinar will be posted on the help portal in Paladin, and you'll be able to watch it there. And plus you can speed along, fast forward, through all the gibberish and everything else to get to the real meat and potatoes. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to the first slide. So what we're going to learn today, we're going to talk about retail trends in the workforce management, also introduce you to Deputy, the time clock and workforce management system, the integration between Paladin and Deputy. It plays a very, very important role in the forecasting and scheduling, that sort of thing. And then I'll actually give you a link where you'll be able to get into software demonstration on Deputy, and then we'll have a time for question and answers. So let's move forward. So what are some of the trends that are happening now? Well, I don't think it's any secret that life is not as it was before March of this year, and we've got a lot to contend with. We have fewer people on our staff, more customers usually. So we have a lot more sales happening, less products on the shelf, and less employees to help the customers. So doing more with less people is very important right now. Working smarter, not harder. Also, you'll want to have increased communication with your staff. You'll want your staff to be able to communicate with each other and share different processes, protocols, as well as check in. And if you need to change your schedule, you can do that all through the magic of a mobile application, which we'll be discussing momentarily. And then also instructions on cleaning workstations. Any other messages that you want to communicate, you can do that through the Deputy mobile solution. So all of these are very important things. So let's introduce you to Deputy now. How can you help control costs and manage your labor per cost percentages? It is really the integration with Paladin and Deputy that enable you to accomplish this goal. It looks at the forecasting based on prior sales, and it looks at the talent that you have and the roles that they play and the duties that they have, and it's able to map out a forecast and a schedule as to how you line up your resources to work. And it does it at the highest peak times of your day. For example, if you've got the majority of your sales happening between, let's say, 9 and 10 in the morning, it's going to make sure that you're fully staffed for that. So the auto scheduling is very important, and the artificial intelligence that helps optimize those schedules is built in, and Deputy will enable you to craft the right schedule for your business, reducing unnecessary wage costs and making sure you have accurate labor forecasts. Very, very cool stuff. This is something that if you're managing a lot of people, you definitely need this, because today, if you're actually going through and manually scheduling people out, it's a bear. It takes a lot of resources for you to do. This entire process can not only be automated, but optimized based on the information that's in Paladin. To continue on, it also fills empty shifts, so you can go ahead and plug in a few shifts and then say fill the rest with what you think it should do. It does that. And if you need to plan for breaks and lunch and other things to be compliant, it can be factored directly into the application. So it'll factor all that in. Now, you can change it. The employees actually have an opportunity to change between their roles and their shifts, and a message could be sent to the manager, just asking for approval of that, and it's done all through the ease of an application on your mobile device. All right, so to continue, what is it that Paladin integrates with Deputy? Well, we send the summary of the day's sales by invoice to your Deputy account, and Deputy receives the invoice information, the date and the time of the sales, the number of the items sold, the sale amount, the ID of the employee who processed the sale, and it uses all that information to make a forecast of scheduling. Now, when we first hook you up with the Deputy integration, what we do is we make sure that all of your past sales history in Paladin for the prior year is pushed into Deputy. That's where you get the analytical forecasting and the artificial intelligence that goes through and maps a forecast and puts a forecast in place that maps to your actual hours of business and number of sales and that sort of thing. And it's pretty cool. It also integrates with payroll systems, by the way. So if you have a payroll system, a favorite payroll system, they interface with many of them. It can send that time and attendance information directly to the payroll, so that handles that for you. Also, obviously, your time clock is managed here by Deputy as well. So it's got a number of tremendous advantages, and clearly the forecasting of the schedule. If you've got 2 or 3 people in your store, 2 or 3 employees rather, I don't know that the forecasting is going to be useful to you, but some of the other features might be the time clock and the integration with payroll and that sort of thing. So there's a little something for everybody. It's only a few bucks a month per employee. It's really reasonable. So a demonstration can be attained by signing up with Deputy and contacting somebody there. They'll be glad to go through the screens and show you the analytical processing. What you're seeing here is a list of all of the sales and forecast amounts and the staffing required to handle those particular loads. So it shows you your total shifts, how many hours were filled, the estimated cost, and then it looks at your expected sales and also your expected wages versus sales. So all of this information is provided to you as a manager and really helps you by giving you a tool to nail time and attendance and your employee schedules. So as far as that's everything there is with the integration of Deputy. It's pretty simple and straightforward. It's a great product. We've got a number of customers using it today that are very happy with it. We'd be glad to provide you a list or a couple of references if you like. But it's nothing to sign up. I believe there's a trial period. Don't take that to the bank, but I believe there's a 30-day trial period. Even if not, again, it's just very easy to sign up and start paying per employee. So questions and answers. While we're waiting for you to ask any questions, if there are any today, I'm going to go ahead and share with you the next webinar that's going to take place is in a couple of weeks, July 28th at 9 a.m., another Tuesday morning, Pacific time. And to register, just go to portal.paladinpos.com/webinars. Also, there should be a splash screen on your Paladin application that shows you this next webinar coming up, and you can just click on the link inside Paladin and see that information as well. As always, we have information that's available to you. Oh, and by the way, the next webinar is on the new release of software, what's coming out in the 2020, and there are a ton of really, really, really useful features that have been requested. Others that are just, you should go. You should watch that webinar, whether you watch it online live or you watch it after the fact. It'll be great. But as always, you can always go to our website, look at our paladinpointofsale.com/retail science, read the relevant articles that we have there for syndication. Also the webinars. You can see another cast of this at any time upon request. And as always, you have your self-help tools there as well. So follow us on Paladin under all of the different social medias. Again, this is just another step in the process of educating yourself on what's available in Paladin, to leverage everything you can to make your life easier by providing new tools. So I appreciate the fact that you've attended this webinar and listened to me for, even though it's only been 14, 15 minutes, I appreciate your time nonetheless. And this is just another part of the strategy of putting your data to work for you. So Paladin puts your data to work by enabling you to use and leverage the information that we have in the system. It's not just a checkout system. It does a lot more. And by the way, we have over 100 integrations today, and we do that and because it's just provides you tools that you need to do a better job and to help your customers. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. And until next time, take care.